Good morning, guys. Today is Saturday. I never know what day it is. Today is Saturday, June 3rd, and I just wanted to come on here and start another vlog because I've been contemplating for a long time, and when I say a long time, I mean like a few months. I have been thinking about going keto. If you've never heard that word before, keto comes from the word ketogenic, which comes from the word ketosis. And I've been doing research for months now. I keep coming across ketogenic, ketosis, keto, what I eat in a day on keto. I keep coming across it, and I just feel like I've put a lot of thought into it, and I feel like it's something that I'd like to start doing. Now, when you hear somebody say the ketogenic diet, and if you're not educated about it, you might think, oh, like you're going on a fad diet. Those don't work. It's a lifestyle change. And you're absolutely right. It is a lifestyle change. But the ketogenic diet, they call it that, but it's not a fad diet at all. It is a lifestyle change. You do have to transition into this lifestyle, and it does take some time. So what it is a super low carb, moderate protein, high fats. Now, I'm not talking fat like fat is coming from, bread and desserts and all that stuff. This is a basically no sugar diet, and the doctors actually recommend this diet or this lifestyle for people who have insulin resistance and people who are diabetic. So the whole reason, and I don't know if I've mentioned this to you guys, but the whole reason why I started my healthy lifestyle and weight loss journey a year ago or so is because before I got pregnant with my son, I went to the doctor and they told me that I was pre-diabetic. And that struck something in me, and I was like, what? I'm pre-diabetic? Really? Like, I can't go on eating the crappy way that I've been eating my entire life? What? It actually can mess up your body? What? It blew my mind. Now, I know that diabetes is on both sides of my family, and I know that I can get it, and I know that it's probably easier for me to get than, say, somebody who nobody in their family has it. I mean, can you still get it? Yes, but it's always been a thing in my mind, like, I don't want to get diabetes like my grandpa, and he suffered so much, and he had to have the injections all the time, and he had to give his blood all the time, and with those little prickers, and I don't want to live that life. But I just never thought about it because I was like, everybody in the world eats cookies and cakes and bread, and they don't die, whatever, life is life, I'm gonna eat what I want and be happy, it's no big deal. But it actually is a big deal because we only have one body, and we need to feed it with fuel, not with things that are just going to cause us to store fat and then clog our arteries and make our organs not function right. And if we're carrying too much weight, our organs won't function right, and we don't have a high quality of life. So I don't know, I wanted to come on here and say it, and I want to start this journey with you guys, and I want to keep a record of it. So I'm not a pro at all. I did not see a doctor about it. But if you've been watching me, I like to research and I like to do things myself. I lost 50 pounds all by myself. And now I'm finding myself at the point where I've been very lenient, and I may not show it all the time just because I don't want to get people down or discourage people or you guys on your weight loss journeys. But I've been super lenient with myself since I've lost 50 pounds, I've been too lenient because I'm like, oh, I already lost weight. Like, I can chill now. I don't need to be in a caloric deficit anymore. Let me just have a cookie here. Let me have a pastry there. I started adding cream to my coffee again. I started adding sugar to my coffee again. And one thing leads to another, and you literally undo everything that you've just trained your body to be able to do. I used to drink black coffee not too long ago, and I didn't need anything else in it, and now I'm drinking like vanilla syrup in there and heavy cream in there, and I've gotten out of control. I feel like I'm getting out of control, and there was a point where I was down to 156. I did a live weigh-in in a vlog. If you haven't seen that, I will put a little card up here, but I've been maintaining 158. On my good days, I'm 157, but it's mostly 158, 159. And I know that's only a couple pounds difference. I know, and a lot of people will say, don't worry about it, it's only a couple pounds. It's like 1 pound or 2 pounds. Like, that's nothing. But to me, it means something, because how I gained all that weight to be as big as I was, it was always a little change. Like, oh, I only can't fit in these jeans. They're just a little too tight, but it's okay because I have these jeans that fit good. Or it's like, oh, I only gained 1 pound, whatever. That's not that bad. It's not like I gained 10 pounds or whatever it is. You try to justify, but slowly and surely you are gaining all your weight back. And I know it's only a couple pounds, like I said, and I've been maintaining it. I had another goal of losing some more weight, and not so much to see the number be smaller, because I've realized now that the number isn't everything. So more so than like losing pounds, what I want to do is just lose more fat. You can definitely tell that I have a good amount of body fat on percentage on me still, and I'd like to lose a little bit more body fat percentage and just gain a little bit more muscle, just for a nicer physique, like a more healthier, a more fit looking physique. Not like rock hard abs or anything, like fitness model, like not like that. I don't need to be that, but I definitely want to lose some more body fat and have a little bit more muscle and just look like more of a fit person in general, because I still feel like I look like, like a chunky person. I just look like a chunky, chubby person. And I definitely would like to build some more muscle. Anyways, I've lost my way, and basically last night I came home and I checked my weight. And you're not supposed to check your weight at night, but I always do it anyways, just because that's how I am. And I know the weight I should be in the morning, and I know the weight that I should be at night to be a certain weight in the morning. So usually at night I'm 160 or 161, and then I'll wake up and I'm 158 or 159, which was fine with me. Last night I checked my weight and I was 163. And this morning I woke up and I was 160.5 or something. And that's a problem for me. And I got super motivated last night. When I saw 163, I was like, I'm not letting this happen to myself. No, girl, it's time. It's time to get back on track. And then I just started researching. I mean, I had already been researching the ketogenic diet, but I actually was talking to my friend at work, and I was telling her about the ketogenic, and I was telling her, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it because you're not allowed to have fruit. In the beginning of starting it, I think for like a month at least, you can't have any fruit because it's all sugar and carbs. And even though it's healthy for you, people with like insulin resistance actually really can't handle that much fruit. And I'm not a pro, you guys, but definitely if you're not recognizing what these terms mean, definitely just do some research, because I don't want to tell you an answer that's not perfectly correct. And just know that I'm not a pro, but I just did some research, and insulin resistance is what you have if you get diabetes. And I don't have diabetes, but you can still have insulin resistance. If you don't have diabetes, it just means that you have your body has issues with carbs, and carbs is sugar and sugar is carbs. It's almost being like lactose intolerant, like you're intolerant to carbs and sugar. It just doesn't work the best for your body. So you tend to carry belly fat. A lot of people who have insulin resistance, you can tell because you can look at them if they have if they have belly fat and like a double chin, that's insulin resistance. Obviously carbs don't go well with my body because I've been eating moderate to high carb my entire life, and I have like a double chin and belly fat and jiggly arms and thighs. So obviously carbs don't work for my body. So I figure I should try something different. The thing about, I'm sorry this video is like all over the place. It's a lot of information, and it's just a lot of me telling you my feelings and why I'm doing this and all that. But basically what ketosis is it gets your body in a fat burning mode. All of the fat that you have stored from eating carbs, ketones, so it comes from ketones, okay? There's so many keywords in the ketogenic diet. But basically, when you get into ketosis, your body produces ketones, and ketones go and unlock the fat cells to be burned. So you got to look this up, guys. You got to do your own research because I'm probably not explaining it the best ever. But basically, your fat cells can't just be burned. They have to have a little key, be unlocked, come into your bloodstream so that they can be burned. And basically getting into ketosis makes you a fat burning machine. So instead of the regular American diet, which is we all use carbs to burn for energy. That's what we do. Like, that's what we were brought up to do. That's what we were taught. Carbs are energy. So if you do a low carb diet, for instance, and you don't bring up your fat, you won't have any energy. You will be so tired, and that's why a lot of people stop doing it. So what we're doing is we are switching our carbs for our fats. So instead of using carbs for energy, we're using fat for energy. And by doing so, it does something where it not only burns the fat that you're eating for energy, but it unlocks the stored fat that you already have and uses that for energy. And that is why people are able to lose weight on this diet. And it's been such a godsend for some people. I've been watching some people and nothing has worked for them, or they've been on moderate carbs and moderate everything else, and they just can't lose the weight. And then they get on the ketogenic diet and they drop some serious weight, and they barely have to exercise, and they look like so good and they feel good. People tell me that they feel energetic. Their body feels like it's just running so much smoother. And I've been taking that into consideration because I'm tired all the time, and I just feel like carbs and sugar do not work for me. And also, I feel that I have an addiction to sugar, and it's getting worse again. Like, I legit have an addiction to sugar. It's a problem. I crave sugar at all times. And I use this app called LifeSum, and I took a little test. It says take a test to see what your perfect diet plan is, and it told me ketogenic yesterday, and I already was thinking about this ketogenic diet, and it suggested to me ketogenic diet, and I'm like, that is crazy, because one of the questions it asked me was, do you crave sugar a lot? So to knock this sugar habit out of me, I am going to do the ketogenic diet because I don't want to depend on sugar, and sugar doesn't do well for me. It just makes me store fat. So I'm really, really excited. I'm just feeling really motivated, and I feel like this is going to be a really good change for me. And I'm going to take you guys along in my journey. Like I said, I'm not a pro. I'm going to research everything and I'm going to learn as I go. But right now, today is the start of me transitioning into a ketogenic diet. So to start off my day, I have a big glass of water and I have black coffee. I am drinking black coffee today. And I have a little grocery list. We are going grocery shopping today. So you might be wondering, if you've never heard of it before, what the hell you eat on a ketogenic diet. And so it's high fat. It's basically everything that everybody has told us for our whole lives is going against that. Everybody said fat makes you fat, right? Don't eat a lot of fat. Oh, low fat cookies, low fat ice cream, low fat milk, right? Fat is actually what helps us burn fat. And so you're going to be doing like a 70% like macros. I'm going to be keeping track of my macros starting today. They're not going to be perfect today, but I'm going to start doing it so you need to like learn how to get your fats right at 70%, your proteins at 25%, and your carbs at 5%. So basically, you'll be having around 20 grams of carbs in a day, in a whole entire day. Now, to give you a reference, losing my 50 pounds, I was doing 150 carbs a day because that's what was suggested for my macros to lose weight. So it's completely flipped around. And I think like 150 grams of fat is what I'm aiming for, I believe, and like 90 grams of protein, something like that. Yeah, so I use the LifeSum app. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I just wanted to mention it because I just really like that app. I don't really like MyFitnessPal. I don't know. The way that LifeSum looks is so satisfying, and it's just very easy and straightforward, and you can keep track of your water on there and stuff. So that's what I was using, and I'm going to use it now. All I did was switch my macros of what I want to have for fat intake and carb and protein and all that. If you have too many carbs, you will knock yourself out of ketosis. So to be on the ketogenic diet, you have to be in ketosis because that is that fat burning state. And they actually have little test strips that I need to go buy. People say they buy them on Amazon and stuff, and you urinate on them and it'll tell you if you are in ketosis or not. So I'm not going to buy those today because I'm just transitioning into ketosis. I still have to teach my body, I have to start finding recipes and getting my grocery shop and getting all these things that you eat on the ketogenic diet and start transitioning into eating a low carb, high fat diet. Then once I kind of like have an idea of what I'm going to buy every week and the meals that I like, and I've tested eating the low carb, high fat, moderate protein for a while, then I'm going to get those little strips. Probably in a couple weeks, I'm going to buy those little strips to see if I'm in ketosis, because I think they say the transition period can be about a month. So I will go ahead and buy those. Sorry, I've been like rubbing my eyes. I need to get into this day, but I just woke up and I had started drinking my coffee, and I feel so motivated, you guys. I feel so happy that something feels right about this ketogenic diet. I feel like I'm just going to be like saving my health and saving my body. I want to be healthy, and I want to find something that can stick and work for me. I'm just so ready to start this. I'm so ready to find something that actually works for my body and that I'm going to see really great results from, and something that can knock my sugar addiction. I need to get rid of the sugar addiction. I love sugar and I don't want to give it up, obviously, but it's just not good for you. And I want to make sure that I can live a long, healthy life for my kids. Like, that's the primary goal. And, you know, losing body fat and feeling good about myself is the other perk. But ultimately, I'd like to be healthy and not get diabetes, like my family members have gotten. So I'm really excited. I'm really motivated, and that's what I have planned today. I have the next 3 days off, so I have today, tomorrow, and Monday off, and I'm going to be taking this weekend to start my transition and really be focused. Hey guys, good morning. Today is Monday the 5th, and this is my second real official day of being on a ketogenic diet. The first day that I did it, I think I started this vlog, and I did end up having carbs, like way too many carbs, later in the day. So I counted yesterday as my first full official day, because I went and tracked all my macros and everything, and I did not go too crazy over on my carbs. I think I went over 6 grams on my carbs, which is not too bad. I'm trying to stay at 20 because they said you need to be around 20 for the first 2 weeks to get into ketosis, and then you can slowly go a little bit more up on the carbs, like maybe to 30. 30 or 35 or something like that. So I'm trying to stay as close to 20 as possible. Yesterday, I think my downfall was I had 2 servings of almonds. So, and I did not have enough protein yesterday, and I went over my fats like 3 grams. So, and I think I was missing like 15 or 20 grams of protein. So it's gonna be a challenge to like kind of figure out how to do my macros right. Obviously that's to be expected. It's gonna take some time, so that's okay. But yeah, so I think my downfall yesterday was that I was in a rush for my breakfast, and I'm trying to practice intermittent fasting where I don't break my fast until maybe 1 or 2. So by the time it was ready for me to eat, I actually had to leave the house. So for a quick breakfast, I took a serving of almonds, which was like 24 almonds, and then I took half of an avocado, and that was my breakfast. And then I actually ended up having almonds later in the night because I was feeling hungry and I was feeling a sweet craving at night, which is going to happen with this diet, especially because, you know, I'm addicted to sugar. Like, I love sugar, I love carbs, and I definitely had cravings last night, so I made a ketogenic friendly dessert. I used cocoa powder, raw cocoa powder, unsweetened, coconut oil, stevia, and I put a couple almonds in it and made myself a little chocolate. So yeah, I had a second serving of almonds. So that's probably, that's what I went over with my carbs. I was good with my carbs until I did that, but yeah, I'm just gonna try to do better today. But anyways, I want to end this vlog because it is very long, but I wanted to take my measurements with you guys and let you guys know where I'm at. I did weigh myself, and I'm actually 160 right now. I know, like, I was 156 and now I'm 160. I did put on a couple pounds, and that's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to take control of my health and, you know, get back into shape, and cut these carb and sweet cravings. Like, I can't live this way because my body obviously does not respond well to carbs and sweets. So I know that the scale may not move for a little bit, and that's okay. I'm in a transition right now, so my body's gonna freak out and it's gonna be like, what is going on? And then I will start seeing results probably in a few weeks. So I just have to be patient. But just to let you guys know, that is what I'm starting off with. And this is a weird angle, and we are in my closet, but I have this little measuring tape, and I'm going to take my measurements so that I can keep track of that, because I've heard a lot of people say that it's not all, you know, you're not going to see all of the changes in the scale, that you might see more in your body composition. So I'm going to take like from the neck down. My neck measurement, I don't know if you can see, is a little, it's almost 12, but it's a little less than 12. So it's like 1 notch less than 12 inches. is actually 11.5 inches. I'm just wearing a sports bra right now, but it's not super tight. And my bust is 36.5. I'm gonna do the upper part of my chest, which is 36. This only goes to 36, so I have to kind of guess when it comes to other parts of my body, but that's all right. And I'm going to do the smallest part of my waist, which I would say is 32.5. And the lower part of my waist is 33.5. And now I'm going to do my hip measurement, which is, I would say, is 37, because this is where 36 ends. So I would say that's 37. We'll check the booty area. This is the booty area. I guess that would be like a 39. We're gonna go with 39. And then I'm going to do the biggest part of my thigh. I have a lot of like chunky fat on my inner thigh, so I'm gonna really try to get that area. And I'm seeing 21.5. So those are my measurements. I know it's kind of bad angle and stuff, but I got to deal with what I got. And now I'm about to go on a walk. Yeah, so I will probably check my measurements in a week. I mean, there might not be change, but I'll either check it in a week or 2 weeks, and we will see what progress we're making. And I will be sure to keep vlogs about how I'm feeling so far. Let me tell you how I was feeling before I started this diet, before I decided to start this diet. Very tired all the time. Just did not have energy. Every time I got to work, I just didn't want to be there. And I mean, I'll have like 3 days off in a row is my weekend. Like that's where my days off fall, is 3 days in a row. And I will go to work on Tuesday, because I have Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, and I'll go to work on Tuesday, and I'll just be like, I'm already done with this week. I don't want to work. I'm so tired. I'm so lazy. I just felt lazy a lot. Like I didn't even want to do housework or clean my room or put my clothes away. Just very lazy. And I was feeling very gluttonous. Like I was just eating the pastries at work. I wanted to put sugar in my coffee. I wanted to eat a lot of bread and bagels, and just I was feeling very gluttonous is the only way I can explain it. But yeah, so far I feel good. I don't feel tired. A lot of people say you can experience some constipation with this diet, and I did not go to the restroom yesterday, but I did go to the restroom today, so I'm feeling good. I took some Miralax because I don't like holding that inside me. Like I said, there's no changes on the scale. This is day 2. That's to be expected. I just started, and there's no change in the scale yet. But yeah, I feel good. So we will see what happens on this new journey. And give this a thumbs up if you're interested in watching my ketogenic journey. I'm really excited about it. I want to make my health better. I want to not be addicted to carbs and sugar, because they're just not good for us in abundance. So yeah, I'm excited, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, of course, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.